Welcome back to Showcase. Today we're going to be taking a look at Trypticon and Fulltilt. For weapons, Trypticon has his nose gun, shoulder cannons, and tongue gun. Moving on to transformation, starting with Trypticon. First lay him flat, bring his head in, shoulders into place, arms down and forearms up, legs back and in, feet down. Bring the tail around to make the bridge, and bring the cannons up, and we have Trypticon in his ship mode. Moving on to Fulltilt, lay him flat, bring his shoulders into place, bring his arms up, head in, legs up and in, feet in, and wheels down, we have Fulltilt in his car mode. Moving on to lore. Before Cybertron's Great Wars, there was a single, planet-spanning society. Their main focus was expansion. And they did this by creating several new kinds of bots. First were the Titans, who acted as giant colony ships. Once they found a suitable planet, they would seed it, causing natural spark hotspots to appear across the world. Then they would launch several city formers, usually triple changers, able to shift from bot to transport vehicle to a full base that would become the start of a city. Once the main city was established, they'd send out a few smaller bots that would transform into forward operating bases, eventually branching out into small towns. Trypticon was one of these titans, but before he could launch to seed a new world, the first war in Cybertron's history broke out. The Council of Primes split into several factions. Some fled Cybertron, like Quintus and Micronus, but most stayed and fought. Trypticon joined Liege Maximo, becoming one of his strongest warriors, but was eventually lured into a trap and sealed beneath a mountain. After years of struggling to break free, he slipped into stasis lock. Over the millions of years he was trapped, knowledge of Titans, city formers, and all colonization tech was lost to history. The oldest bots still knew legends, but very few believed them. Trypticon would be rediscovered right before the Fourth Great War. When he was found, he was in his alt mode, and his discoverers assumed he was just a ship. He was handed over to Thrust, and under Thrust's command, Trypticon led the Decepticons to many victories. But as time went on, Trypticon began to wake up, and started speaking to Fulltilt, the ship's engineer. Slowly he convinced Fulltilt to kill Thrust and take over. Once Thrust was dead, Trypticon revealed his true form to the crew. Most joined him, the rest were killed. They repaired Trypticon, abandoned the Decepticons, and became pirates. But eventually, he and his crew were destroyed when the Autobots and Decepticons formed a temporary truce to deal with him. With Trypticon proving that Titans were real, both sides began searching for any other survivors. But that's a story for another episode. When Trypticon crashed the Siege World, he was knocked offline, trapping Fulltilt inside. And that's Trypticon and Fulltilt. Next time we're going to be taking a look at animated Toxitron, so stay tuned.